Hi, this is Ben Sykes. Welcome to Tip Tuesday. I thought we'd look today at our Document Sign-Offs tab on the pending work page and maybe look at a few of the more advanced options there that you might have missed. So first, let's go through a couple normal scenarios, and then we'll turn on a bunch of options and then compare some of the minor differences that we have there. So on this page, first thing, like if we try to do a single sign-off maybe of one document, then if we pop that up here, then as we perform the sign-off, maybe optionally add in a note here. You can see we've got some options for if it passes or fails, should there be a follow-up event, and then if there's going to be another follow-up person that needs to do another sign-off, do we get an alert on that particular user? So I don't have that in this particular scenario, but I do have a follow-up event that's set up on a pass or a fail. So when that happens, this event gets populated, and then we could type whatever we want in here. So my QA passed event automatically got launched after my final document sign off, and that's the normal process. Another slight different deviation on that would be, say you had an event that created a document that then had multiple document sign-off rules. So I have one example set up here, like this receipt, so that first a system admin has to sign off and then a compliance manager later. So let's demonstrate what that looks like. So when we complete that sign off, then now this reminder for next sign off is going to automatically pop us into a dialog where we select the next person that is going to perform the sign off. So we could say we want Ben to do that, and we could send the emails. Now, if we had multiple ones that were happening here, like say we were doing a batch document sign-off on two of those at once, then we would actually get two of these dialogues that pop up. So in that case, there would have been a checkbox down here for saying, do I want to take the same selection that you've done here and automatically use that on all the other documents that you're trying to sign off on together? So that's just to demonstrate all the little variables on a normal kind of process. So now let me point you to a couple sections where you can modify that behavior slightly. So first I'm going to pause and set up the same test events like I had before. Okay, so I have test events that are set up. So down here I've got two of these receipts that need to be signed off on. So let me point you to a couple spots where you've got different options that can affect that same sign-off dialog that we were just looking at. The first is in system-wide preferences. If you go to the General tab, then down here there's a section for document sign-offs. So let's turn on both of these options, auto-prompting for a sign-off note and requiring a sign-off note. We'll demonstrate those in a second. The second spot, instead of being system-wide preferences that are true for everybody, there are also some sign-off related options for documents that are in Profile Manager that are specific to each profile. So in my case, I'm logged in as a system administrator. So there's a category for document sign-off type of rules. So let me turn on all of these so you can kind of we can demonstrate how each of those will work. And then I'm going to toggle this one off from its default and move off of these. So let me save my settings and we'll rerun those same two scenarios. So the first one, if we do maybe a single sign-off on a document like this, notice there's not any group box here for our after action type of after sign-off settings. That's because we hid that over here on the profile level. So that disabled all of the follow-up events on that. So if we wanted to bring that back, then we'd have to turn that option on here. Notice also we hid that gear that would let you save those settings back for other users. So let me demonstrate turning that back on. So we're not going to hide that group box, and then we're going to turn back on that gear. So now if we go back in, we can make use of these options, but we don't have a gear for forcing out those settings to other users. But now you'll notice all of the important options besides just sending this to the printer. These options here have been disabled. So those four options are disabled because of these options that are right here. Another small difference you might notice is this button The second button down here, that would enable you to send a quick email to the person that created this document. That would block the ability to do that. So the other difference here, if we try to finish, add some credentials in and finish out this document sign-off, is notice we didn't put in a note here. And because we did not put in a note, we're going to get prompted from these note types. And this one isn't a great example because I don't have these filled out for this particular company. But the notes that you'll see here, these are boilerplate kind of notes that you can put under an add edit. And I'll show you where that is in a second. I pressed cancel there so that I didn't choose any of those notes that were prompted in that dialog. Since I had that second option in system-wide preferences turned on for requiring a note, then that means if I'm not going to make use of the boilerplate ones, I at least have to type one in here myself before I can proceed. So those are the two system-wide preferences that we put in. And you'll notice here we had the option turned on to automatically launch into the follow-up event that passed, and this boilerplate text here was populated for us. So the reason that boilerplate text came in was from down here. Lost my group here, sorry. Add per document notes to the auto-launched event note. So that's why those notes came in there. This second option does the same type of automatic population of the note, but it would populate additional notes if there were any prior document sign-offs that happened for that same document. So if you're the third person signing off on this document and this follow-up event happens, then you would see 3 sections of this text pre-populated. So you could see kind of an audit trail of the history of document sign-offs. It's like maybe the first 2 people said this document was good, and you're saying actually this document is bad, and you want them in the follow-up event to be reminded of the other people that signed off on that. Okay, so that's our first example of just signing off on one document. One final slate of changes there. Let's go back and try to do a batch doc sign off on these 2 receipts. So remember, this is the event where we had a couple different levels of document sign-offs. First a system admin and then a compliance manager. So there is that optional follow-up dialog where we can pick the next user that needs to get the reminder email. So if we try to do that, now we're going to make use of just a couple more settings that we turned on there in Profile Manager. So this particular event points back to the ABC company, which I think has some more note type setup. Yes. So if I leave the note empty there, then you can see a better example here of some of the boilerplate type of stuff that you could make use of. Double click on that and add it as text to fill that in. So you would get a prompt for each one of the notes that is empty as you're trying to finish. So now this is the follow-up event that we're getting, or the follow-up prompt to alert the next person that needs to do the document sign-off. So you'll notice there's not a checkbox down here for automatically selecting the next user, because that's one of the blocks that we turned on. Block the auto-selective users in the send email reminders dialog. So that disabled this checkbox here. So now whatever user we select here, then we're not going to automatically select that user on the pop-up dialog here. We're going to get a second pop-up that requires us to make the same choice again, rather than just always sending it to that first selected user. So the visibility of that checkbox down here. Okay, sorry, that's a lot. Lots of small differences, but if you're doing these document sign-offs all day long, it's nice to know there's some ways to automate and enforce some of the options that you've got on that screen. Great. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.